What has been happening in February on what Wednesdays?
And are we now officially the very last podcast covering the Wheel of Time to take an in-depth look at the trailer? We'll answer all of these questions and more as we get into this special edition of Bustin' Blockbusters. Welcome to Bustin' Blockbusters. Double M here with you, Matt Murdock. So happy to be with you. I am joined by someone who is secretly a Black Aja. It's Priscilla. Priscilla from Priscilla TV1 on YouTube, who is also covering the Wheel of Time on her own YouTube channel. Don't forget that we're part of the Double P Media Network. Priscilla, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine. And if I were to have an Aja, actually, if I could channel, I think it would be a green Aja or a brown.
I've been doing podcasts badly for 15 years. And don't worry, I'm retiring this year. So you won't have to listen to me anymore after this year. I'm doing this show for Double P Media, and I'm doing Night of the Seven Kingdoms for Before the Dragon podcast. And I'm done. I'm out of here. So after 2025, you will not hear from me anymore. However, in the meantime, you got to follow my rules. There are some folks who are talking about this stuff from a spoiler-free perspective of all of that. I can't do it. I'm incapable. I'm incapable of keeping my mouth shut about things like this.
Yeah,
I'm going to have a very hard time with Bubba being on the cast with us again when the season returns, because I'm probably just going to have to let Priscilla talk and just ask questions because I don't want to spoil Bubba. I think that's the thing that's going to happen. I don't think I can give a take. But at any rate, Book 7, A Crown of Swords. And the only reason I'm doing this is because of where Matt's storyline is located and how that relates to a different storyline in Book 7. That's why I'm saying I won't go past A Crown of Swords. There are now episode titles and descriptions up on the Amazon Prime app in the US anyway. So a while back, the WGA website had the titles of the episodes on. I think John from What Up and WhatSeries.com uncovered it, released it to the world, told us what they were going to be. Priscilla and I think you and I even discussed those and tried to guess where they would be in what order. We now have the order of the first 5.
Were we right?
I don't remember what we said, to be perfectly honest. But the premiere episode is going to be To Race the Shadow, which I'm pretty sure is not what I said. And they gave episode descriptions. This is all at the Amazon site right now. You can see it. They each have thumbnails too, and I'm not going to share the thumbnails here, but I will put them on the screen for our viewers because we have them on our doc here, and we can look at them pretty closely that way. 301, To Race the Shadow. Here's the description. So, To Race...
Chaos erupts within the White Tower as our heroes become targets of a new evil.
Right. Which is the Black Aja.
It's not a new evil.
It's not, but to many of the Tower it is, because they've all denied its existence.
But do you think they denied existence because it was bad PR, or because they really doubted? Come on.
I don't know.
No,
I can't come up with an argument for that one, or one way or the other. That's just me. Episode 302. A Question of Crimson. A dangerous visitor comes to the White Tower. Alayda. And Perrin returns home. So he's already going back to the Two Rivers. Rand and Egwene forged their own path under Moiraine's watchful eye. This is obviously
all I'm getting this now is that Moiraine is watching Egwene and Rand in that room. And that's all I can think of. Now that you told me that Egwene is the one there in the bed.
Well, Moiraine didn't have any trouble running in and helping out Rand when Lanfear was trying to bang him. So
that's true.
I don't know why she'd have any trouble running in when Bubbles of Evil is showing up. Yet she's not there. Yeah, so I think what this is about you're going to see lanfear in the first episode a little bit, trying to be Randy with Rand, and then you have Rand and Egwene doing the thing, and then the bubbles of evil happen, and Rand thinks, "I got to protect you," and then lanfear is still protecting. Lanfear is still protecting Rand, or Lanfear is still visiting Rand in the Land of Dreams. Egwene learns how to enter the world of dreams and sees them, and they start their breakup. Although she's in a different outfit. Yeah.
This is on the third episode, right?
This is the second episode.
Oh, okay. I'm on the third already.
Oh, Seeds of Shadow. Nynaeve and Elayne. Perrin learns. No, Lanfear's already. Lanfear's dangerous game, I think, is with Mogi.
I don't think it's Rand.
You don't think it's? That's what I'm saying. It's not Rand in the third episode. I think she's playing her games with Rand in the second episode.
I also think that lanfear, they are going to make her and Rand have another sex scene, perhaps, in this season. What
in Teleron Riyadh, and I'm suspecting that's where Egwene finds out that
because
that breaks him up.
Yes, and in the books, Rand is not really into lanfear at this point.
No, but we TV viewers are into lanfear, and so therefore,
yes,
you got to have your character be into lanfear too.
Yes.
This thumbnail of Mat is hilarious for A Question of Crimson. That's the smirky, shirtless, robed Mat that I expect. That's the Mat I get from the books. I love that thumbnail. Seeds of the Shadow, episode 3. Nynaeve and Elayne are given a deadly mission, so they don't even head out for Tanchico until episode 3.
Third episode, yeah.
So if they're not heading out yet, that means that Min and Mat aren't heading out yet. So Min could still be there if the coup occurs episode 3 or earlier. And since Elida is visiting in episode 2, it makes sense to me that maybe at the beginning of episode 3, Swan says, "Hey, you guys go to Tanchico," and then Elida does her thing.
So the start of episode 3, go to Tanchico, says
end of episode 3. Swan's orders don't matter anymore, but of course they're already gone to Tanchico, so they don't know.
But what about Min rescuing her? If Min is going to Tanchico,
that's why I'm saying I don't think Min's going to be there. I think that she's going to be sent off before it happens.
No, you know, I know Nynaeve and Elayne are going to take the 10 o'clock train to Tanchico in the morning, and Min, she just got the 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So plenty of time. You
can't have Min running off separately and then be at Tanchico later. Not if that's what happens. If she saves Swan from the coup, she's got no reason to go to Tanchico.
And you know what? What is like the I forgot the name. I'm so terrible at this. I apologize to everybody. The false dragon that it was in the
Logain.
Yeah,
I don't think we're going to see him this season.
No, but I would want that to happen because well,
they've already changed that to where he's caged up in Karian at the mental hospital.
But he was in Karian, and then Swan could have.
That's why I thought the coup was going to happen there. That's why I thought. Yeah, that's why I thought the coup was going to happen there, but it didn't.
She could have just said, "Okay, I'm taking this dumb ass guy back because I need to show them that I did something in Karian." You know, so yeah, sorry. Okay, you have to come back.
Yeah, Swan's bringing Logain back because it's a CYA. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
I have to
I'm,
give them
I'm with
something.
you. The season 3, episode 3 thumbnail is Lan, sweaty and shirtless, that's the way you need Lan to make him exciting at all, right? He doesn't have to do
Yeah.
anything else. He can just be a butt rock. But
Well, he and Nynaeve, it's the couple. They don't have to do anything.
I think that
Neither of
I don't
them.
think. Well, if Nynaeve and Elayne are given a deadly mission, and
She will do something.
Land's going with Moiraine and Rand, I think they'll have already done their thing in Tarvalin in the first episode or the second episode.
Possibly, yeah. No, I think you're completely right, Matt.
Uh-oh. That always scares me when you agree with me. Simply because I don't know if you're being sarcastic or not. The Road to the Spear is episode 4. I thought this one was going to be He Who Comes with the Dawn. I was completely wrong. The Road to the Spear is the Ruidian episode. Rand faces the forgotten history of his family as Moiraine learns the devastating truth of her future.
Wow.
Awesome.
Yeah.
This is all Ruidian. They got to show some other things, but not much. This is the thumbnail here.
The episode 5, Egwene learns Rand's dark secret.
Oh,
is that he's getting on with lanfear?
Get on with lanfear? Maybe that is it. Maybe that's
with a Forsaken. I mean, this is
305 Teleron Riyadh is the name of the episode, and so you would think that Egwene's going to discover it in Teleron Riyadh, like I said, but just at this time, Egwene learns Rand's dark secret. Perrin stages a daring rescue. What do you think that's about? Is that where he rescues Mat's mom? Because we do know that actress is going to be
Matt's mom, and we are not going to see Rand's father, right? He's not cast there.
I don't know if Tam's in there or not. Haven't seen him in any posters. Haven't seen him in any promotional material. What's his name? McDougal. I can't remember his name. I haven't seen anything of him being there, which is weird.
That's very strange. Yeah.
But yeah, I do know that she's going to be in an episode, at least one episode. So my guess is that that's who he's rescuing, because that's what happens in the books, right?
True, yeah. So Nynaeve, Elayne, Matt, and me hunt the Black Aja. So Tanchico.
Yeah, that's definitely Tanchico.
And you know what, Matt? This whole thing about lanfear and Rand being completely horny and still like ready to get with lanfear at short notice, even though he had bubbles of evil with Egwene the night before, is actually a very good breaking reason for them to finally break up. It's like and it would give Egwene plenty of reason other than we are not meant to be a couple, Ren. Let's part as friends here.
So that's why I don't know, I saw some promotional material where Egwene said, was it the trailer where she said, "Do you love her?" Is that what she's asking him about, is lanfear?
About lanfear, that would be hurt. That hurt. I mean, it's a Forsaken, dude. Don't be that. Don't be like that.
Yeah. Well, the 3 titles left that we have from the WGA website are The Shadow in the Night, He Who Comes with the Dawn, and Golden Eyes. Now, everybody has said, and I agree, that Golden Eyes is likely the 7th episode. We think that the Two Rivers battle is going to be the 7th episode, the penultimate. So that leaves 2 episode titles left for 6 and 8. I'm going to go with The Shadow of the Night being episode 6 and He Who Comes with the Dawn being episode 8. And here's why. There are many, many shots of Moiraine in that outfit. And the sand color looks very similar to the sand color of the Golden Bowl, where they all meet and show the tattoos and everything. And I've seen, as we'll see from feedback from, I think it's Light Blinded Fool, that that shot of Moiraine holding the ball with the thing on, not the one where she's in different clothes holding the thing, but with the thing on, is in fact from episode 8. So that makes me think that, okay, Golden Bowl, everything. He who comes with the dawn is the name for the Caracon. And so that's going to happen in episode 8. Shadow in the Night could easily be referring to Mogi. And they can do the whole big Tanchico thing in episode 6 to kind of extend from episode 5. What do you think?
I completely agree.
Oh, God, I'm scared now. Okay.
No, don't be. You made a very good point, and I was thinking about this. That the Shadow in the Night doesn't seem
like a good finale episode.
Yeah.
Does not. I agree.
And I think the last episode was the Dragon Reborn of the second season, so it would make it makes sense to have the final episode about another stepstone in Rand's prophecies. You know, that he's the hero.
That's the other thing that I saw in press is that Rosamund Pike said that Rand is starting to read the prophecies, which is kind of like what he does in books 3 and 4 also. So he's getting interested.
He's starting to get more and more like Lewis Terring, right?
Yeah, in a way.
He's kind of like running a little bit away from Rand, from Amos Field, and becoming this other person. And he's not going to have Elayne there to teach him about government and leadership and rulership.
Right.
Again, when is Elayne and Rand going to have interactions to be able to move forward with their romance? Because at this point in time, they just met briefly season 2, and they are going to meet briefly season 3.
Yeah. So what are they going to do there? Are they going to go with? Because to me, it makes sense to not do all of the shenanigans.
And Aviendha cannot keep pestering.
Well, see, they're definitely not going to do the igloo thing. I don't think we have to worry about that. I think that's past. But Aviendha needs some kind of motivation to be pissed at Rand for that to be interesting. Maybe there just isn't enough time.
Maybe she won't get pissed at Rand at all.
Well, that's the thing. I'm wondering if they're going to, and this would be kind of fun. You know, with the whole thing with men and all of that too, could they make it so that Avi and, because lots of people ship Avi and Elayne in the books anyway, because they become first sister. You know, they kind of want to be first sisters with Rand as both their husbands.
If you let's be honest, if you come to think of the IU and their culture, like the way it's presented, I think it makes Robert Jordan makes a point of telling us at least twice that it's the woman that choose, right?
Yeah,
it's the woman that choose in their culture. So if the woman chooses that a man will have her and her friend as a wife, then that's going to happen. And there is, like, me as a female reader, the subtext to me is like,
they like each other as much as they like him. Yeah.
Yes. Exactly. Yeah. That's what you can read between the lines, like that the women, they forge their bonds of friendship and of love, and then they choose somebody to
do the biological things. Yeah.
Yes. So that's what I read into it.
Okay. So I think that's a good assessment.
Rand would be just a sperm donor in this case.
Yeah. Okay.
A glorified sperm donor, because his relationship is with Min. He has, that's what I
They haven't come anywhere close to that in the show either, though. I mean, they haven't even shown Min's, because Min has the interest in him like from book one, really from the beginning on.
But even after he's having the problems with Aviendha, he already hooked up with Elayne and broke up with Egwene. He's starting to think about Min. Book 4, he's already thinking about Min in the desert.
Yeah,
that's true. You know, and the whole thing about the other couples like Moiraine and Tom.
I mean that him and
there
Min
is also
kind
a passage there that it shows that there is an interest there. So like it's subtle, but it's not subtle. It's something that it's being thrown up. Maybe it's not doesn't get the proper development and the pickup, but it's there. So if you are in the TV show, if you know how to do it, you can actually do it in a way that makes sense. I wondered when they were adapting that they would do it like as Rand having one relationship after another. You know, he got with Egwene, and then he gets with Elayne, and then he gets with Aviendha, and then he gets finally with me and stays with me.
Yeah.
And that's what I wondered that they were going to do, but maybe they do it like Aviendha and Elayne are an item, and they care enough about Rand at some point, and that's it.
All right. Let's do this. Let's go to another scene from episode 1 that was shown on British television. It has not yet been shown on American television. It was on Good Morning Britain on the ITV network there. And here's essentially what the script says for this. The city is not safe. I would ask you all to stay here, but I know you'll do as you wish. So please remember that the person shining your shoes will give your description to the South Harbor fishmonger, who will speak to the woman at some inn, which I couldn't make out, who will report directly to the Red Aja. And then Matt looks all like, oh no more Red Aja, please. So while that's going on, that's Min's outfit like we saw in the stills, right? With her and Rand talking, and in the trailer, like we saw with her and Rand talking. Moraine's dressed kind of weird. She's in blues, but lighter blues than normal. There's Egwene and Rand on the left in the next shot. Matt and Perrin are standing together. You have Bane and Chiad standing with Loyal, and Nynaeve in the same clothes that she was in the poster.
That's Bubbles of Evil, Egwene, and Rand. And I think they're just having that conversation, who goes where, right?
Maybe so. The thing is Moraine's telling them all to stay put. They're obviously in Tar Valon because she says the South Harbor fishmonger. And South Harbor, of course, is the... hang on, I'll skip ahead there. There's a harbor actually called South Harbor at Tar Valon. So they haven't gone anywhere yet. They're still in Tar Valon. This outfit is like the outfit from a shot from the trailer where Bear tells her she shouldn't be here, except no jacket. And it's like the poster for her. Rand's dressed like a schmut, like a schmo.
Rand and Egwene and Moiraine and Lan, they are going to leave before the others. So
it's true. Well, Aviendha will have to go with them too.
Yeah, do you think this is like the episode where they go? This is the second episode?
I think this is the first I think it's from the first episode. It's just after the thing at the tower happens.
That's weird that they like the Rand would be there to watch that.
Yeah.
Because he is so detached from the White Tower and what is happening in the White Tower. He's really like concerned about his journey at this point.
Yeah. But see, like nobody's taken off or anywhere yet because Aviendha's there, Bane and Chiad. They're going to go with Loyal and Perrin. Mat's still there. Obviously, Nynaeve's still there. And if the tower thing is in fact the first scene, then Nynaeve has survived and obviously is meeting up with the group afterwards.
And nobody wants to take her to go with her because
there's Elayne. I love how they keep putting Aviendha and Elayne being close to each other.
Elayne looks very good.
Yes, Bubba will be happy. She looks
very good.
Yeah, and these shots are poor shots. Somebody took them off of a television screen, so sorry about that. But Good Morning Britain, once again, ITV, and Moiraine. It's just basically telling them that they'll be turned over to the Red Aja. I love this expression on Matt's face. There it is. And he gives out this big, he kind of, which you can't, he kind of blows out like, oh no, not Red Aja. So I love that. That's fantastic. Those are the shots.
Yeah. But Liandry gave him a role, like a sweet role thing. So
yes.
He should not be that against the Red Aja.
Now he's learned that sweet rolls come only from Black Aja, so maybe he's so that's that. And now we have the trailer left and we have 15 minutes to get through it.
Well, we can do it.
Okay. So finally, folks, the trailer.
It's trailer.
All right. So the trailer, first shot. Going into the IO waste, there is Rand, Ruark behind him. Probably Bear and Madeleine behind them, or Egwene.
I really like Ruark.
Yeah.
Do you like Ruark?
Yeah, I think they did a good job casting Ruark. And I like the character in the story too. So next shot is from the same as the stills that we saw, Egwene, Elayne, and Nynaeve looking all decked out on their horses. This is them riding their horses. So it's from Egwene's accepted test.
Accepted test.
Yeah. So it's basically they're wearing the same outfits that we saw in the still shot. Rand, he's going all mad, man. He's swimming in the river. What you doing swimming in the river, Rand? Looking crazy. That's what he's doing. That's part of Egwene's accepted test too, as far as I can tell.
He does look crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. I think this is the ghost from Christmas Future.
He looks deranged.
Yeah. Yoshi's doing a really good job acting, Then you have Moiraine holding that Sangreal, Terangreal, something, the Choden Call device, whatever they're going to call it. So that's fine with me. There she's using it. We saw that shot in the teaser trailer. We've seen this in the first 11 minutes. Swan basically taking Liandrin up in the air, saying, tell me who the Black Aja are. There she is doing the same thing.
And Liandrin, I won't tell you anything.
And then we saw this in the first 11 minutes also. This is Joya and other nameless Black Aja doing their thing.
Liandrin is just telling her, I'm not telling you anything. I'm going to show you because I can.
Absolutely. And the next shot is several fighting back, but looks like the Black Aja are still prevailing. Leanne has to come and do. She does a little Fred Astaire step. She kind of slides across the floor like Fred Astaire did in order to get that one power out there. It's cool. I like Leanne as Fred Astaire or Ginger Rogers. Take your pick. It's fine. When Swan gets hit by Joya's rock, that's when Liandrin starts to fall. Then they show a shot of Maxim and Ivan getting the door blown away right in front of them and taking a little ride. Then the first shot of the scene is actually played after that. There's Tarval in the rain. Another scene that was before that one, which we all thought was the Age of Legends, is not. It's Well, which I thought, not everybody. Some people said it was in modern times, and I said no. I was wrong. It is in modern times.
Yeah, but like there was a leak that we had the actor that plays Louis Terry
Yeah,
as
well,
a voice, right?
I honestly believe that this person in the darker
It
colors
would be Rand.
was
That it would be Rand.
I thought it was going to be Lucerne, but just they
Mm.
just were doing a far shot because the actor wasn't available. He is doing voiceover work, so he'll be in Rand's head some this season. Then you have another shot from the first 11 minutes of Swan calling Leandrin in. This is a shot of Leandrin in Tanchico. Her hair's down. Her face is recovered mostly from all of the burning in the blood. And it looks like that's the doorway right behind her that we see somebody walk through later in the trailer. This is her entering Tanchico saying, "I'm here, baby." That's a shot from Moiraine and Lan as they see the tower explode, which we've already talked about. Here's a shot of Egwene, and Egwene says something to the effect that the tower is ineffective and it's defeating itself in a lot of ways. Looks like she's in, I don't even know what kind of dress that is. It's not, her hair's wet, so you would think, okay, is it post-acceptance test? Except have they outfitted her differently right after the acceptance test so that she can tell Swan, you're a screw-up of a leader?
Do you think this is what this is all about?
I think she's telling Swan,
who do you think you are?
Yeah, well, just like you've screwed up. There's a lot going on because they can't raise Egwene to accepted until after the coup happens. So she's probably had these feelings, or not the coup, but the Black Aja reveal.
They're playing with the timeline.
Yeah. So Elayne or Alana digging up rocks in Tar Valon, which is an extension of that first 11 minutes. It'll happen right after that. Moiraine in the fish hut telling Swan that if the tower does not bend the knee to Rand al'Thor, he will lose the last battle. Then Rand standing at the row of spears that marks the borderline between whether you're going into Ruidian or not. Can barely see Moiraine there. Another shot, this one up Rand himself as he stepped through the spears. Believe that is Bear and Madeleine behind him. Two rivers. Lots of Trollocs, lots of people, lots of fire, lots of spiked fences. Well defended, looks like Two Rivers is. Nothing on that?
I'm not a war type of girl, so I cannot comment on war efforts. Usually I don't.
Here's Perrin kicking some Trolloc butt, and Faile saying, "Yeah, you take that." Basically, she's standing in the way back.
No white cloaks to be seen. No white cloaks. They are hiding at this point, right?
There may be a couple of white cloaks back here.
Come on. They should not take part of the effort.
Oh, they're gonna take part.
Their cloaks are too white for that.
Yeah. Rand then back in Tar Valon says there isn't enough ale for all of this, which is true.
With a
guy, and if you look at the Mat promotion, this guy is drawing a picture of Mat with the horn, holding the horn. Yeah. I don't think they should. There's Mat having an ale. There's Perrin smiling. That never happens. Joya. Yeah. This Joya, and she's in
Avatar, the Avatar, the last Airbender.
Yeah, she's the last Airbender, but she's been bent herself into cuffs in the Tar Valon cells.
Good for her. Oh, lanfear.
Lanfear looks beautiful. I can't tell where she is. Probably Teleron Riyadh somewhere. Because she's got a short hair. She's got kind of her Lanfearish kind of outfit on.
Yeah, she has her own style.
She certainly does. Here's a shot from the trailer of Lan and Nynaeve together. There's a shot of them kissing also in this trailer. So they get to get some before they have to split up again.
As they should.
This is probably post-coital, wouldn't you think? Because Lan never lets his hair down for anything except sex.
No, they're just having a cough.
They haven't. He looks kind of sweaty. I don't know. I think he's done his thing, and now he's telling her,
"Well, the whole thing. Oh, I should go with you," and she was like, "No, you should go with Nynaeve, with Moiraine, not with me."
Then Mat. This looks like it's in the courtyard, or where the warders train in the White Tower. So maybe we'll get the quarterstaff fight with him and Gai'don, because we saw them in a couple of shots before too. There is the bar in Tar Valon, and Egwene dressed to the nines. I love that outfit. This is the shot of someone coming through the door that we saw, that I said the Liandrin shot earlier was an extension of. The door is closed behind her in the earlier shot. This is her opening the door. Lauren identified that this is all red clothing. I don't have a good enough. I don't have a high enough resolution trailer to get anything except light and dark. But Lauren showed that it was red from unraveling the pattern. So I'm going to go with him, which makes me think even more that it's Liandrin. Mogi. She's stroking Nynaeve's chin. And Nynaeve looks like there's not a thing she can do about it. Like she almost wants it to happen. Compulsion? Think there's a little compulsion happening there?
Yeah. We all think.
Absolutely. And Mogideon seems quite pleased to be stroking Nynaeve's chin.
She's very happy.
Yeah, she's like, oh, that's so cute that you tried to take me out. Wonderful. There's the apple groves. And it looks like this is Alanna here in the far off, approaching Perrin, who's down here in the bottom.
It's beautiful.
Over a grave. And there she is. Alana's got her makeup on, which kind of confirms that she's going to lose one of her warders, as we all suspected, seeing as how she was bawling in the streets of Tar Valon in earlier shots. And Perrin, he's mourning somebody. I'm betting it's his wife. I'm betting that's how they're going to do it.
Or he's mourning the loss of his innocence. Because he's now a wolf boy.
Well, he is a wolf boy now. He's mourning something. We can figure that.
Yeah, I think you're correct. I was joking, but I think it's about the wife.
You were joking, Priscilla. You never joke. What are you doing?
No.
Always correct me because you can't take a joke. Kidding. See, made a joke. It didn't work. Rand is telling Lan, "We're going somewhere where no one will find me," which means Moiraine's already said, "Hey, you should go to Tyr and get Calendor," and he said, "Nope, I'm going somewhere where nobody can find me." So, Aiel Waste. Wrong. It's not the Aiel Waste. It's the Threefold Land.
You know what? So then Elayne and Rand will just happen on season 4 because he will go to Tyr. So that's where
all that will happen.
Yeah. If they're changing the order of things, yes.
Maybe. I don't know. Loyal. And it almost looks like he's standing at a waygate.
In the ways. Yeah, they're going.
Yeah. What do you make of this shot? Rand and Lanfear sitting on the rock where him and Egwene used to hang out. Actually, where they broke up for the first time. Think Lanfear brought him there in Teleron Riyadh specifically for that reason?
Yes. This woman, she knows how to press people's buttons.
That she does. She certainly knows how to press mine. Dead eye fish look as she's kissing Rand. He's all into it. He's smooching all over her. Who's she looking at?
Rand is like, he's not even trying to resist.
No. Maybe she's turned off by that. Well, you know, she said she said in season 2. She said it's too easy. She said in season 2 that she loved it when he tried to manipulate her. But the funny thing is that she looks away, and then we get this shot of Egwene in this again lovely outfit. And she looks like she's in the Threefold Land, and lo and behold, yes, there's Bear, who says, "You do not belong here." So I'm thinking this is Egwene's first time ever into Teleron, and somehow she stumbles upon Bear.
Yeah.
Then this one is a shot that, this one confused me. I thought it would be accepted test, the Ghost from Christmas Past too, except for the fact that she dissolves in it. That's Egwene down there below, and her face is flying apart the same way that it does in Teleron. So I have no idea what this is about. I mean, she's got her Idom on, so she's clearly being a Damani here, which you would think would be Christmas past. Would think of her accepted test from the past. But when she dissolves, I mean, it's like her Sudam is strangling her, and then all of a sudden she dissolves, and the dissolving is like Teleron. So which is it? I don't know. So now that we know that Aviendha probably is going to the Aiel Waste, based on the poster. Now, I still think this is Melindra, because the spears are going left. And in all shots of Aviendha, the spears are going over the right shoulder. So why switch it up for one shot?
That's enough reason. That's enough reason for you? Yes.
There's Rand. Probably on their way to Viridian. You can see Land kind of in the background. You can see Egwene over Rand's left shoulder as well, which confirms that she is the one in those still shots. I don't think that's Rand. I think that's Ruark. The arm looks too big to be Rand. And the shirts.
Collagen. It's collagen.
The shirts are too different. Also, but all the clan chiefs, when they go through Viridian, they get those too, but they only get them on one arm, whereas Rand ends up getting them on both arms, which makes him the Karakan. So I think that's Ruark.
But do you think they're going to recognize him in the end, or?
Oh yeah,
just to make things a little bit easier, because
no, they gotta have the Cooladin Rand showdown at the bowl.
Yeah. Okay.
Here, this is the streets of Tarvalin, where Aviendha is telling Rand, "We are looking for the Karakan. We think you may be him." And she's got that's Bane in the background. No sign of Chiad. Chiad's probably to her right. Notice the spears over the right shoulder in this shot of Aviendha. In the other shot, that one was over the left shoulder, as they were in the teaser trailer when it was Melindra, we found out later. Rand, now looking like he's interested in Aviendha. Stop it, Rand. Moiraine, carefully walking down the hill. I know, he's just a horny kid. Moraine's carefully walking down a hill in her boots. Why, I don't know. I have no idea who this is. Is this Bear? Is that a sweat? Is that a Aiel sweat tent?
Yes.
Could it be?
Yes.
And Moraine's in the sweat tent as well.
Yes.
Rand's dragging his feet through the glass. Yeah. Rand's dragging his feet through the glass columns here. Because the further you eat with each step, it's harder and harder to go forward, which is why some people never come back. But as he steps forward, then his what he's seeing is himself, his own feet stepping forward. Where? Somewhere where he is definitely an Aiel in possibly the Hall of Servants. Lanfear, giving Rand a Randy. And Egwene asking, do you love her? And she's in her full Aiel garb. So that would make sense for episode 5, like you said. This is probably where that happens, episode 5. You can stop me at any time if you see something. Rand, unwilling to answer because he doesn't know how to say goodbye to anybody.
It's because he wants all the girls. So he cannot answer.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He's unwilling to say goodbye to anybody. He just wants to keep collecting more. Rand, as he's starting to walk into the glass columns, somebody pointed out that it looked like somebody else was already standing in there. You know who that could be? Couladin's brother.
Yes. Yeah.
If that is the case, who never came back. And then doesn't Couladin accuse Rand of killing him? I think is what happens, if I remember right.
I think Couladin, he just he and Rand, they really didn't like each other. From the first minute they died.
Yeah.
So it happens.
Well, and Couladin's just got a thing because they don't want him to go into Viridian anyway. So
nobody cares about him. That's why he gets so mad.
More me, kind of like Agent Smith in the Matrix. More me. Let's see. Moiraine. This looks like when she's about to approach the rings. She walks through the rings. Then we see a shot from later where he says, Lan says to her, what did you see in the rings? She's whisked up into the air and held there. Look, there's some legs there. There's some legs there. Those are probably Aviendha's legs. She sees, I'm going to go back. This is the same shot that we saw in the teaser. I'm saying that's a doorway. I'm saying this has nothing to do with the ring shot. Then they cut back to the ring shot where she's kind of suspended in the air. Here's the twofer. Look at that ring structure. I love this shot. This is fantastic. That's Moiraine on the left for sure, being suspended by the rings so that she can see 1,000 futures. And I think this is Aviendha, based on the wild hair and the outfit. I think this is Aviendha's being suspended in the air also, which goes along with the fact that she went into Viridian before everybody else did, right? So, I don't remember if she came. Yeah, Aviendha.
No.
Aviendha goes into the rings before everybody else does, doesn't she?
Yeah, but she's running.
Well,
she's running. She gets before, but she doesn't go before. She gets before because
she catches up and passes them up. Okay. Well, at any rate, in the show, what they're going to do is she's already there by the time Moiraine gets there.
Yeah, because she says that she doesn't want Rand or Mat to go there before her.
Yeah. More possible futures. Moiraine and Lan are actually looks like they're married. I don't get it. Yeah. Then one of Moiraine bowing to Rand, it flips over because that's what they do in these 1,000 futures. Then one of Rand dead and Moiraine mourning her as they flip over, as they do in these 1,000 futures. Then one of her being the Amyrlin seat. This was a new one. Is that Swan as her second?
I think so.
Yeah. So she's in charge, and Swan is number 2, and Rand is in his Dace Damar outfit. And evidently they're gonna do something to him. He's on his knees, and it flips over. And then basically Moiraine says what she said in the teaser. In every future where I live, Rand dies. In every future where Rand dies, I don't. And then there's another view of the shot of Moiraine getting taken out by the Emond's Field 5 and Mogi and Lanfear. Then Lanfear likes stabbing people in the back. Here she's doing it with Moiraine.
Yeah, that's what she likes to do.
She's also a little kinky. She likes choking people as she does them from behind. And so there she's doing that. Here's the shot.
Oh, the best one.
This was the best shot. Glorious shot. I don't know if Morghese is supposed to be younger here. Perhaps so. Maybe it's a flashback.
She looks younger, yeah.
Yeah. So this is the Andorian throne. I'm not going to make any other comments about what her appearance looks like because I don't want to get in trouble from people by saying something that may or may not be true.
I think if this is Elayne's accepted test, it makes then she's pregnant with Elayne.
Why would Elayne see her own mom in pregnancy?
Yeah, because it's her nightmare. Oh, it's everybody's nightmare to see the birth, to see somebody
to see her own birth.
So that
maybe so. But there's the Andor throne, which looks a little weird to me, but I'll take it. I think the lines
it looks
look
amazing, cool. And don't do it that.
Okay.
I really love this
now
shot.
they shot all of this. They shot all of this in this palace, so they just literally took this room that was in this palace and set it up this way.
But that's the best way how. Yeah, the best way how to do it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And the banners and everything looks great, and the location is just exquisite. I love it. These tile designs in the windows indicate to me that it's Andor as well, which would make sense because Alanna is going to be going to the Two Rivers with Perry. But here you can see Alanna has more morning makeup. So it's on their way to the Two Rivers from Tar Valon where she lost Ivan. Because Maxim's there. Maxim made it. We now know that it wasn't Maxim that died. Elaida,
of course not,
appearing at the tower.
The bling.
With the bling. Looking very skeptical at whoever she's viewing.
Well, she should be nothing is running according to her standards. So
that's true.
Therefore, they are all wrong.
Don't know where Elayne is in this shot. It may be part of her accepted test. It may not be. It may just be in the tower. It looks much more like the Andor thing, like you said. Not sure. There's Gowan and Galad. Gowan is the guy getting beat up. Galad is the guy doing the beating. In the tower. Not Elayne. Thought that was Elayne for a second.
Yeah, Elayne would not be smiling at this sight.
Probably not. Well, she's over here with, it looks like Nynaeve and Mat. Mat's there on the right, too.
And Matt is probably saying, I can take this too, guys. I can take them both.
And there's some quarterstaffs over here on the right-hand side that he could use. Galad motioning, hey, you think you're so good at this? Come and fight me. And then Perrin standing at one of his enforcements, his defenses, as Alanna tells him, you need an army. And she's got a little less morning makeup. Two Rivers folk holding spears and shields, ready to fight. Don't see Tam anywhere.
Yeah, concerning.
Yeah. Probably just couldn't get the actor.
He was part of the defense.
He was a big part.
An important part.
Yeah, because he is his military training from the war with the Aiel.
Yeah, he had experience. Exactly.
Perrin yelling to get him. Maxim looking back at him. Trolloc armies coming.
Do you think that Tam's role will be played by Maxim?
I think that's what they might do. I think you're right. Trollocs running through the valley, all willy-nilly. Maxim saying, loose, to all the archers. Everybody's very slow to react, but they do pull their archers back and let their arrows go. Fael's the last one, but the best shot of all of them, I'm sure, because she's Saldean, and Saldeans don't miss. So all the arrows go up into the air. The Trollocs are running. The Trollocs are falling. Perrin's having a good time yelling, "Go!" And actually, Loyal and Bane and Chiad, one of my favorite shots, running through the woods. Probably towards the ways would be my guess to try and close it off. But that would be my guess. Or maybe they're just a backup plan, sneaking in behind the Trollocs and from the woods and killing them. Because don't they, at one point, all of the Trollocs, they come out of the woods and then people fold around behind them and shoot them in the back or something like that. Oh, at Two Rivers. Things are burning. Perrin's still fighting. Then we get an explosion from the first 11 minutes where the sisters blew everybody up.
The tower. We are in the tower, yeah. But, and now we are at Emma's Field again.
Now we're in Emma's Field where there's another explosion, a completely unrelated explosion, but people are reacting to it. I think this is Alanna using the one power. It looks like the Two Rivers area. It's very heavily wooded and everything. Yeah, I think that's Alanna doing that. Here is Aviendha, who is also on a journey to become a wise one, hence that trip through the rings. Look at her using the one power to light up her spear. It's definitely Aviendha. That's Aeola smart. At first, I thought that might be Egwene, but it's not. It's Aviendha. I don't think you can tell anything different about that one, but it's definitely Aviendha, folks. Trust me. Rand, in another one of his past lives from Ruidian, or his ancestors' lives, cutting a field, because that's what the Aiel were. You find out that the Aiel were all servants of the Aes Sedai, or the Jin Aiel were, and that's the tribe that he's from. There's the Aiel as they are today, all at the Golden Bowl, ready to boo Couladin.
Yeah, or Rand.
Or Rand. Here's another one of Rand in the field that he's been cutting down. Well, he's done some good work. Look at all that stuff he's cut down. And he's hearing a voice or seeing something in the sky. Not sure which. Or he's just seeing lanfear, because he always sees lanfear. I love this. Do you know Lanfear's full story? Or have you been spoiled of that? Mm. She was a scientist. She's actually the one who released the one source, or the true source.
Oh yeah, like she's the Pandora.
So this is
the Pandora of the whole.
Yeah, she's kind of opened the Pandora's box. So this is what I call the double L, the lab coat.
Double L. It's a very good lab coat.
Yeah, actually, it's probably more Aes Sedai-ish kind of thing. But she was a teacher at a university and a scientist at a university. So I think this is all from that university there. This shot is. And yeah, I don't know if we're going to see her actually do the thing, but we're going to know that she's there. And he's going to be attracted to her, and it's probably going to blow his cover. Just to make it exciting. Not that anything will really happen. Lan and Nynaeve kiss. Yay! That's got to be in Tar Valon. That's Tar Valon. Look at those lanterns.
Yeah.
Rand talking.
Bubbles are evil.
To Elayne.
Oh, Elayne.
Talking to Elayne, where she says, you have to make them believe in you to lead them. Yeah. She says you have to make them. I love
you. Yeah.
Says you have to make them believe you in order to believe in you as to lead them.
Maybe they are going to give them 2 scenes.
Yeah.
This and another one.
Perhaps. Perrin, Bane Chiad, and Loyal walking into the Two Rivers, probably. Moiraine looking terrified.
Desperate. Looking desperate, really.
Yeah, terrified. Alanna mourning Ivan, now that we know that it's Ivan. Fael.
The White Cloaks.
And White Cloaks fighting. Although the White Cloaks The White Cloaks look more like they're ducking than actually fighting.
They are not
is
fighting.
Yeah.
They are not fighting.
Yeah, they're just kind of ducking.
They're just like, oh, yeah.
Oh, she's running to Perrin so that she can kiss him. Oh, Fael, you silly girl. Oh, Perrin, you silly boy. And then Moiraine, looking absolutely destroyed by this shot. So worrisome. It's the stuff that she goes through in the rings that has just absolutely terrified her. And Lan's picking her up to carry her.
Yeah, and Lan can sense, but she's with him.
And that's probably Rand standing at the Golden Bowl after he's just revealed his tattoos. And then Bubbles of Evil.
I am Bubbles of Evil.
Folks, go watch Lauren's Unraveling the Pattern trailer review. You will see much higher res shots than you are on this YouTube. And you will see that is, in fact, Egwene in the bed.
Wow. With Rand?
Well, that's an evil Rand. That's one of the duplicate Rands.
No.
The real Rand is right here.
She was supposed to be with Rand, right?
Well, I mean, why would the Bubbles of Evil make Rands if he was coming in the room to save Egwene from Bubbles of Evil?
Mm.
So my assumption is they were together. Yeah. There's Rand abusing power as usual. Everybody hates Rand, including me. Folks, we did it.
No, just you.
I am absolutely secure in thinking that we are probably the last podcast that shows any kind of real interest in Wheel of Time to cover the trailer. And on top of that, just to keep it extra sarcastic, we went through it really fast. Sorry about that, but you've probably already heard all you needed to hear from everybody else. Yet, we are not done here. We still have some shots, some stills from Tanchico that we never got a chance to talk about. So let's talk about those right now. In one of the stills that actually Priscilla and I have already talked about, you have Mat, Nynaeve, Min, and some guy who's trying to peddle something to Mat, all dressed up in nice Tanchico-esque kind of gear. We already talked about the fact that Tom's guitar head appears to be there and perhaps a hair of his behind the guy trying to sell the wares. So, it looks like Tom's going to be joining Mat and Nynaeve and Min and Elayne in Tanchico. The other shots that we have from Tanchico are, of course, mainly from the what they're calling the dock area, which is much more run down in the main city like the prior still was. But it shows an illuminator who's holding fireworks and everything. That's great. We've got Nynaeve dressed, and she's wearing this kind of veil over her eyes. Looks fantastic. We've got Mat sincerely decked out. Maybe he thinks he's too famous because he's blowing the horn. And you've got Min and Elayne with her. I think I've already talked about all this stuff, but I just want to make sure. We've got a girl standing in the dock area below a statue who appears to be like a male with an idom kind of thing on him. Perhaps this is about the Shanshan. The female, we've heard rumors that this might be Leandrin's backstory. I really don't see that, but we'll see what happens. And then finally, a guy selling wares to a couple of other people at night, again in the dock area. The dock area looks fairly run down as compared to the rest of the city, and that is fine by me. It should look a little shady because it's supposed to be that way, I think. The main thing that I think about the Tanchico storyline is, of course, the fact that Mat is there. In the books, he's not there, which would indicate perhaps that they're going to combine some of the Ebador storyline from Book 7 or end of Book 6, beginning of Book 7, where Mat goes with Elayne and Nynaeve and kind of has his own adventures. Will he mess around? Will they just kind of replace the woman that he kind of messes around with the Panarch from Tanchico. No idea if they'll do any of that. Or does he have his own things to do, like get his Foxhead medallion? I don't know if he's going to get an Ashendari this season or not. We're definitely going to get him the quarterstaff fight with Gai'don and Galad in the Mat promotion that they did earlier this year. He was definitely fumbling around with swords at first, but you could see in other shots that there are quarterstaffs around, and I'm pretty sure that when we see that shot of Galad in the trailer waving somebody on, well, it's either got to be Gai'don or it's got to be Mat, and hopefully we'll get a nice, satisfactory quarterstaff fight with Mat and Gai'don and Galad. Here's the other interesting thing, though. If they are bringing Mat into the storyline and they're going to use some of his Book 7 stuff, what does that do for Elayne and Nynaeve and Min in terms of their mission? Because I don't think there's going to be a Bowl of Winds thing here. But I don't know that that means that they're eliminating the Bowl of Winds story simply because they're going to do the Mat stuff from that storyline to give him something to do while Nynaeve and Elayne do their thing in Tanchico. It's all very interesting. I can't wait to see how they try to work it out. Naturally, I don't fault them too much when they don't do plot lines. I just fault them when it seems like they're failing the characters. And it looks like on all fronts, they're doing the right thing in terms of those developments, at least from what we've seen so far. So I'm really looking forward to Season 3 there. We also have some spoiler feedback that I've been saving for this section. This first one from Andrew DeMarco, who says, I really hope the dagger on a stick is not the Ashendari. We know our heroes make it back to the tower because we got Egwene's acceptance test in the trailer. So I'm hoping Mat returns with them and is properly healed, separated from the dagger. After that, he would go to the quarterstaff to beat Elayne's brothers. We know some version of that scene is happening at some point because Rafe said so. Also, now we've seen shots setting that up. And would stillness his spear. Okay. There is no way the Aes Sedai would let him keep the dagger. So the way I see it, he still needs his proper weapon, his Foxhead medallion, his luck, and his memories, assuming the horn memories are only temporary. So I hope and expect him to get some of these things this season, hopefully from a doorway, maybe even getting hanged. I don't think there will be foxes and snakes, though, as I can't see them doing that without it looking very cheesy. And yeah, I agree with most of that, especially now that we've seen posters with Mat's Foxhead medallion where he's wearing it. I just don't know if we're going to get the Ashendari. I'm just not real sure if we're going to get that yet or how we're going to get it. We've definitely seen a doorway in the first 11 minutes. Is that the doorway? Are they just going to do the doorway once rather than once at the tower? Obviously, he's not going to Rhuidean, so I don't think there's any way that he's just going to suddenly appear in Rhuidean. It seems like the way the episodes are structured, he's going to be in Tanchico the whole time, which I don't really have a problem with. I just hope that they do okay with his character trying to get his character in the right mental state that I feel like his character's in the books. And otherwise, whatever he does or doesn't do doesn't matter that much to me. Thank you so much for your feedback, Andrew. Light Blinded Fool, who I mentioned earlier in the spoiler-free section of the podcast in part 1, sent something back on the spoiler part and said that Reactor Mag, where we got that shot of Moiraine all dressed up in her nice little garb and everything, that shot didn't originally have an episode number as to what it was associated with. But Light Blinded Fool says that Reactor Mag originally posted the Moiraine shot without the CGI, and the file name indicated episode 8. Also, the sand looks the same color and texture as the Alcair Dal Golden Bowl scene in episode 8. So everybody's in agreement. If the Golden Bowl scene is in episode 8, then clearly that title must be He Who Comes with the Dawn, because that's what they arrive at, is that he's the Kara Khan there. So I like that a lot. Thank you so much, Light Blinded Fool, for helping us prove where that picture comes from. And finally, for me on this kind of additional stuff for this particular podcast, as if it wasn't long enough. We've been talking about our bingo cards, and I don't have Priscilla's bingo card here with me, and this is being recorded after the fact that we had our meeting. But I'm going to give you my bingo card so that you can already see how wrong I was. I made this before the trailer came out, I believe. But my bingo card is a bunch of what we won't see in season 3 as opposed to what we will see because, I'm a butthole that way. And so here is what I said. There are 5 rows across, 5 rows down. First row across, no Asmodean. Don't think we're going to see him. Mat never shows in Ruidian. No foxes or snakes. Well, I mean, if you're talking about the doorway just itself, or seeing foxes and snakes, I shouldn't have said that simply because I think it was on the mat that Egwene was on in the teaser, or in one of the stills. And obviously we saw the foxes and snakes on the doorway in the first 11 minutes. But I'm just going to say we're not going to actually see the fens. That's what I meant by that. No leash for Mogi. I don't think we're going to see Mogi get put on a leash. Tom does not go on a killing spree. That's a special one for Priscilla, who thinks that we're going to see Tom go on a killing spree in season 3. Second row, no reveal of Lord Gabriel as Robin. I don't think they're going to reveal who he is yet, or if they're going to reveal him at all. I don't know. I don't know how they're doing that. No dire consequences to Morghese. Everybody's been saying she's going to die this season. I say no. I don't even think she's going to get captured or anything like that this season. I think that whole thing with Elayne and the crown that we saw in the teaser, I think that's just part of an accepted test for her. I don't know how they're going to do the accepted test. We know they're doing Egwene's. How are they going to do Elaine's? Still yet to figure that one out. Although if they're not leaving until episode 3, maybe they can work it in episode 2. They can work Elaine's in. I don't know how they're going to do that. Anyway, no chores for Egwene, meaning the Aiel are not going to make her run around like they do in the books. No Brigitte. We're not going to see Brigitte. No Julian, who is the gentleman from Tyr. Don't think we're going to see him unless he's that guy showing the things to Mat and Nynaeve and Min that is with Tom in the background. I don't know. Maybe that is Julian, but I'm hoping that it's not because I said no Julian. Third row, no Illuminators revealed to be Eludra. We're not going to get Eludra. We're just going to get Eliminators. I've already said this, but I don't think that's young Liandrin at the Tanchico statue with her son from hundreds of years before, whenever she had her son, because he was really old in season 2. Then you get the free space. Then I've got no Panarch flirting for Mat from the Ebadar thing. So when I just said how are they going to bring in Mat's storyline, now I'm saying no, they're not going to do that. I don't know what they're going to give Mat to do. And the last space on that middle row, no letters from Elayne to Rand. Yeah, the Elayne Rand thing just isn't going to happen yet. Maybe it'll be like Priscilla said, and it'll happen in season 4. If we get a season 4, let's keep our fingers crossed. And then for my fourth row, first space, not a single sign of Slayer. We might get Lord Luke, but I don't think he'll be revealed as Slayer. Definitely no Oliver. Matt's not going to be messing around with any kids. Here's one that I know is already wrong. No Aviendha at Rudian. So that marks off this whole row and the up and down row that Aviendha is on for me, probably. I won't be able to score bingo that way. No Moiraine in season 4 after season 3 reveal. I think the doorway is going to happen. And so I think Moiraine will be gone after this season. But again, we'll have to wait until season 4 to see if that's actually true. The last space on this row is no Cerelia, or however you say that Aiel's name, who is Couladin's gal. I think that I don't think they're going to bother with that. They may skip the whole Couladin goes to Carian thing for all I know. Last row, no Melindra Dark Friend reveal. I don't think they're going to reveal that she's a Dark Friend. The way that you find out is because she attacks Mat. Mat's not going to be there. So what are they going to do? Have her attack Rand for no particular reason? Maybe they could fold it into the Cold Rocks Hold thing. Possibly. no gray man. Even though they have that one hooded guy in the poster, I think that's supposed to be a Murdral. I think they're going to dispense with the gray men. They're just going to kind of merge all of those monsters together. I don't even know if they're going to do a golem eventually, but hopefully they will, but we'll see. No seals. Well, we've got that disc that's in the first 11 minutes, but I don't know if that's the case, that it's actually supposed to be a seal. Somebody help me out with that. Reach out to me, mattsaudioblog@gmail.com or matthewmurdoch.bsky.social, and tell me what the heck that disc is that's in the 13th depository. Second to last spot, no fox pendant for Matt. Already got that wrong. It's in the poster, which means it will be in the show. So that eliminates this whole row across and the corresponding row going up from this particular space. And the last one, no balefire. I don't think we're going to see any balefire. I don't think they're ready to unleash that on the world yet. So that's my bingo card. And as you can see, I'm already working from a disadvantage. Plus, I'll have to wait till the end of the season to make sure that none of these other things happen. So that means that, whoever's got a bingo card for things that will happen will probably get a bingo before I do. That's fine with me too. It won't be the first time I lost, especially on this podcast. And now I think we've taken care of all the business that we're going to take care of today. So we've talked about all of this, Priscilla. I hope that I haven't spent too much time boring you with my own thoughts and gave you enough chance to get some of your thoughts out there. We'll see how that all shakes out in the editing room, of course, because I just cut. But hopefully I'll cut myself out more than you. At any rate, thank you so much for joining me. How often are you going to cover Wheel of Time? Are you going to cover... you said you're going to release your episodes probably on Saturdays. Is that right?
Probably. I don't know. Let's see. But I will get all the episodes like 1 or 2 days after they air. Possibly, yes.
Yeah. And you'll probably still get hers before ours, because depending on when Severance ends or whatever, this podcast is probably going to get pushed till Mondays or worse.
It's okay.
We're not complaining. I mean, this is the last thing I'm doing for Double Pete, people.
Yes,
I'm
he's
coasting.
retiring.
I'm in coast mode. I'm ready. Whatever happens.
He's going to a desert island after that, so he will never watch TV again. Never any series. Not anymore.
I won't talk about them on a podcast. That's the only. I will continue to watch many television shows.
Not even with his friends.
I certainly won't talk about anything with you ever again. We're done after this.
Wow.
I'm kidding.
You heard that this first, people. Matt is done talking to me. So let's enjoy while it lasts.
5 more weeks. We still 7 more weeks. Then I'm done. Bye, everybody.
Okay.